Hey, this is attorney Elizabeth Potts-Weinstein. Today we're going to talk about the difference between a virtual mailbox and a virtual office. So a lot of companies that offer virtual mailbox services also offer virtual office services. And some companies just offer one or the other. So what is the difference? What do you need? Well, a virtual mailbox service usually just means literally a place to get the mail. So you sign up for virtual mailbox services, you can get mail delivered to them, and then you will have some online website where you can log in and see your mail. They'll scan the front of the mail, and then you'll tell them which pieces to open and scan and send you the scans of the insides, or which pieces to send to you, or to shred, or to recycle, throw away. A virtual office is really a umbrella name for a whole bunch of other services. And usually you can pick and choose different ones of those services or get a package that will give many of those services. So it will have the address like the virtual mailbox, but also might have a phone number that you get. You could have a receptionist who's physically there where if someone comes up to them, they can represent your business for you. You may have a listing in a lobby of a building where your name is on the listing, so you look like a real business with a real office. You may be able to have in-person conference rooms for you to use. There may be actual office space for you. Sometimes it's a shared office space where you can just get like one little desk that isn't your desk. You can just come there and use it for a certain amount of time or for unlimited time. Sometimes you actually can get an office that is your office where you can have your own stuff and have a key to a lock and keep everything locked up. A lot of times, if it is a virtual office, the idea is that is different than co-working space where you actually get that physical office that's yours with the key. That's usually the difference between the virtual office versus office, actual office. But one of the things to remember about these names, virtual mailbox and virtual office, is these are kind of made up phrases. They're not like legal terms that are made up by these different companies. So what they actually mean really depends upon how that company defines it. A lot of times the virtual office spaces will also have other services that you can use. They might have fax machine, printer, this kind of office supplies type of things. Fundamentally, which one of these you use obviously depends on what services do you need. Now, you can get a lot of these other services in another way. So you may get a virtual mailbox service and maybe all you need is a phone number, or maybe all else that you need is conference room space on occasion, and then you just pay for that as you need it. Maybe you just need a printer and fax machine and you just go to FedEx office for that. So whether or not you need just a virtual mailbox or also a virtual office, what you have to do is just sit down and list what services do you need and see how it fits into one of those systems. Because every one of the companies that offers this charges for this stuff differently. A lot of times there'll be different levels that you can pay at. You pay some kind of monthly fee, and then there'll be like little add-ons that you can add. So you have to look at the specific services they have and are you actually going to use them. Everybody doesn't need a receptionist, but some people, that is a good idea. Everybody doesn't need to have a phone number where a person answers live, but some do. I've had both ways. For example, in my business, I've had a time a long time ago where as a law firm, I needed to have a phone number that someone answered. So I paid for a receptionist service where when someone called the number, they answered EPW small business law, how can we help you? And that was an important thing for me to have 15 years ago. Now, I don't think it really matters that much. People aren't expecting that in the same way for the kind of law that I do. I think for some areas of law, it actually would matter a lot. And so you have to look at who are your clients, who are your customers, what do they expect, what really works for your business, what kind of vibe do you want to present to people. In my business, I try to train people to communicate with me via email, via YouTube comments, Discord, Patreon, and not calling on the phone because I'm not answering the phone and I'm not talking to people on the phone without a specific appointment. And specifically how that works is it's for levels of my Patreon who can make phone calls with me to get legal advice via phone. So for most of you, a virtual mailbox is all you need. For some of you who need very specific services, a virtual office or some version of a virtual office is the way to go. Again, this is attorney Elizabeth Potts-Weinstein. If you have any questions about what we talked about today, feel free to post them in the comments below and I'll try to point you in the right direction. Thumbs up if you found this video helpful. Subscribe for more videos like this. And if you have more questions, you want more connection, you can sign up for the Patreon or join the free Discord. Links are below in the description. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.